good was this for your basketball team to play this kind of competitive game?
Oh, I think it was great. You know, I thought it would be a game like this. I was hoping we'd play better. But I thought it would be a game that we'd have to play the entire 40 minutes to win, and certainly that was the case. And Temple played well. They were poised. They got down 12 early. We had a chance to kind of open it up and made some bad plays and helped them get back in it. But they're poised. They're not going to get rattled. They'll be a terrific team in their league playing away from home because they've got great poise and they play with great pace. And I knew I didn't think we'd turn them over much. I thought we'd turn them over more than 4 times, and of course they turned us over, which led to baskets, which bad combination. But you know, we made a lot of plays down the stretch when we got down 3 late, and you know, I'm proud of our guys on how they reacted to not being very good today. Because you got to have a great season, you got to play games where maybe you don't play as well, and this was certainly one of those games for us.
Wyatt, one of the more savvy guys you go with.
Yeah, you know, people can say an old school game or whatever. You know, I said earlier, kind of an old man's game. I mean, he gets you off balance, and we actually did a decent job there late. We kind of 2-bounce trapped him off ball screens, but you know, he's so good. When you have the green light, you have a lot of freedom. Of course, you can dare to make more plays, and he does. You know, Fran gives him a lot of freedom, I'm sure, and confidence, and so he makes some plays that you just don't see other people attempt, and certainly got us in foul trouble, and we let him get off to a good start, and that was a mistake.
Only 4 turnovers, but Ben's was a big one. How significant was that steal?
Yeah, it was. It was huge. I mean, we get one steal for the game, and Ben runs through a pass and gets a dunk, and which was pretty special. You know, Ben was never plugged in offensively the whole game, it seemed like, and that's not his fault. That was our fault. We did a bad job plugging him in, but we never had any rhythm offensively. But you know, we still kind of hung in there, and we rebounded it decent, which kind of offset the number of turnovers that we had. But you know, it was a good win. We made a lot of good plays down the stretch.
Is Kevin leading you in scoring kind of an indicator that you have a number of guys who can kind of pick up the slack when things aren't going your way?
Yeah, you know, Kevin led us in scoring, but his first 10 points were 5 uncontested baskets. I mean, they were just wide open. So that, I mean, he didn't actually catch it on the block and go make a play. I mean, it was out of transition or out of broken floor plays. But yeah, it was good. He's great at that. But the biggest thing he did for us, you know, he made 6. You know, he's a 56% or whatever free throw shooter, and he stepped up and made 6 in a row, which were all so important to give us a chance to win.
He kind of shrugged it off. I mean, is that just kind of who he is?
Well, that's probably how he's trying to act. So I don't know if that's exactly who he is, but you know, he was poised down the stretch without question.
What was the thought process of Travis playing with 3 fouls, and then how do you think he responded when he was out of the game?
I was on Travis hard at half. I thought Travis played a bad first half. I didn't think he guarded anybody. I didn't think he was aggressive. He made a couple of baskets, but they were cheap. I didn't think he played well at all, and I was on him at halftime. So after I got on him at halftime, and he picks up his foul in 2 minutes, I was like, well, I got to let him play now. And then he ended up making a really bad 4th foul and on Wyatt. So we switched him, and then he was in kind of a broken floor situation, made a bad play on him, and he got to learn that. But one thing about Travis is God, was he good down the stretch. I mean, I don't know about his 5th foul. I thought that was a phantom trip, but you know, those 2 threes he made were huge. You know, we don't win the game unless he came back and was aggressive.
Did you get a good look at what your guys look like without him? Because we thought of what if you don't have Withey for a stretch, what do you want to trap for a stretch? You got to look at that tonight at least to see it in March or whatever else it's going to look like.
Well, yeah. We get a chance to practice and play. You know, what was kind of, you know, we threw Andrew out there, even though he only played like 3 minutes or so. That was pressure 3 minutes for a freshman to play, but we had to rest at least Ben and Elijah a minute or two. So you know, he did fine and didn't do much, but didn't screw up. And I thought Ben and Jamari, you know, they didn't make shots, but I thought they did fine. But Kevin and Jeff, you know, if you're going to pick 2 best players, I mean, they had to be your 2 best players in the game without question.
Pretty sweet way to head into Big 12 play besides that.
Yeah, yeah, I wish we played on Saturday. I don't know who scheduled this game. But I wish we put, I wish CBS, I wish we played on Saturday, so that way today would have been an off day. And because, you know, we play guys a lot of minutes, we need to get our batteries recharged and have a lot more energy. We were flat today for whatever reason compared to what we have been.
And did you look around the league at all yesterday, get the chance to watch any of the games?
I watched the game in Manhattan, most of it. It's a great basketball game. Two good teams played over in Manhattan yesterday. So.
Do you get spoiled a little bit having a guy like Jeff Whitby protecting the
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, I told our guys at halftime, he bailed us out of everything. Even when he's not blocking shots, I mean, he alters and I mean, we're so overrated defensively in large part because of him. I mean, our field goal percentage defense is off the charts. We may be number one in the country now. I mean, I don't know, but we make so many mistakes, and he makes up for our mistakes. It is pretty remarkable to have a guy back there that can cover up for mistakes, because we're making too many. We're putting too much pressure on him, to be honest.
Some of those mistakes are made because he's back there, and they just.
Well, you think
they can rely on him.
But they rely too much. If you're going to make mistakes, it's because you're aggressive. Well, we're making mistakes, and we're getting one steal a game. You know, we got one steal a game or today, and we didn't turn Richmond over, and we didn't turn Ohio State over much, and we didn't turn American over much. I mean, so to me, if you're making mistakes, it's out of aggressiveness, which would translate to some screw-ups, but also some benefits. We're not seeing much of the benefits from a pressure standpoint at all. So, I think there's a lot of soundness that needs to be corrected. So.
Was this good for Jeff too, because they weren't intimidated by him?
Oh no, they kept coming at him.
Kept coming at him.
Yeah. Oh, it was great for Jeff. It was great for our whole team. There was nothing. I'm not leaving that. I was mad the first half at our guys because I didn't think we were ready to play, and the ball stuck, and we didn't play smart, and that's not who we are. But you know, we played at a fairly high level last month, and you know, I kind of thought we were due a game like this, and so to win a game against a team, you know, definitely an NCAA tournament team where you have to make a lot of plays down the stretch, I think it was good for all of us.